You've got a barn full of very, very nice horses here, including Lofty Strike. When can we see him back on the track?
Anticipate that he will trial Monday week, so not the coming Monday, the week after. Um, I couldn't be happier with his progress preparation to date. His work during the week, last week and on Tuesday, was really, really good. He's as good as I've had him at this time of a preparation. Historically, he's eating great. He looks well. He's carrying a reasonable amount of condition, which is ideal for him leading into a jump out and then races. Kickoff point, I've kept it a bit open, but we've got multiple options. We've got the Caulfield split, which looks like the clubhouse leader at the minute. Um, you know, who knows? We can dream. The Everest slots are not all filled. That's a possibility if we ever got the invitation. I won't throw that out the door because he's a quality horse, and there are horses in that race with slots already that he's finished ahead of in his last campaign. So it might look like an uphill task at the minute, but I wouldn't put it past him.
Have you had any discussions with slot holders?
I leave that to Paul. I mean, he's well connected with all the people that he needs to be for something like that to come to fruition, and it leaves me to do what I need to do, and that's look after the horse. And Paul does that really well. He doesn't get me all caught up in the discussion phases. My job is to get him ready to the race, and Paul will deal what he needs to deal with to make sure that he has got every opportunity to be successful. So, let Mr. Lafidis do what he does best, and I'll do what I do best.
Port Phillip was a really nice progressive stayer last spring. How far are you looking this time in?
Well, he jumped out on Monday, and he went well. That was his third jump out and the best one yet. So that was the indication I was looking for, that he was ready to go to the races. It looks like he will kick off Sunday week at Flemington. There's an 1800-meter race there. That'll be a nice race for him to start off with. I'd like to see him run well in that race, whatever the result. It's more about him coming back to the races in good order. His last campaign ended fairly abruptly, had a hiccup with his breathing and throat, nothing serious, but we still had to give him a break and bring him back. And we've done that. He's come back in good order. He looks $1 million at the minute, the horse, and every indication is that he's ready to go to races. So we'll go to Flemington next Sunday, and we'll let him kick off his campaign from there, and he'll almost tell us what he's ready to do from there. He's in the box seat a little bit with that country series final for horses that have participated in country cups with his win in the Yarra Valley. So we've always got that as a opportunity. So he'll certainly participate in one of the bigger country cups, whether it be Geelong, Ballarat, wherever. And outside of that, there's plenty of nice races over spring that will give him his opportunity to shine. There's a nice 2,500-meter race on Cup Day, which will probably suit him ideally as well. So I haven't locked in his specific races that I want to get him to, outside of the fact that once I get him to the races and I see that he's good on race day and everything's functional and happy and he's enjoying his racing, and we'll start to target some nice races.
And what's next for Moya Lass?
She'll run on Sunday. She's got that 1,800-meter benchmark 70 fillies and mares race at Flemington. Nice step up from the mile to the 1,800. Well, obviously, we know she's looking for a trip. That race at Sandown was almost back to front for her. That's racing. At the end of the day, she's obviously a filly that likes to switch off once she jumps, and the pattern of racing is better for her when she can take and sit and run on. Um, Conditions didn't allow that to happen the other day. Wide barrier, she jumped well. The track was a bit leader by, so Damien had to do what he had to do. Hopefully, we go to Flemington today on Sunday and get a few more favors in terms of how the track is and how we get an opportunity to race her. And if she can produce her best, that will be a nice race to kickstart or give her an opportunity to get into a few nicer races over spring.
Outside of the horses we've talked about, is there another in the stable that you're excited about? One we should keep an eye on through spring?
Yeah, there's a couple of unraced horses that are getting ready to come out. So we've got a nice Justify gelding that we bought. It was on the digital sale, and I think he probably, I know he's come out of the Chris Waller yard, and after being gelded, and the information I got is that there is stallions or stallion prospects, and he's come along really well. He'll go to a jump out on Monday, and hopefully a fortnight from there or 10 days from there, we'll see him at the races. A nice headwater filly that's going to a jump out on Monday as well. I think she goes really good, and I've got some lofty ambitions for her, and hopefully we'll see her at the races in about a fortnight's time. And there's a handful or more than a handful of nice horses that we go into spring with, so it's exciting for the stable and the connections, and hopefully some success.